Welcome to the 65th episode, Curvis. This is your host, Jemmy, with Curve the Cube, of Flintstone Media, and I'm very happy to bring you this next new episode. On this episode, I talked to Orlando Hernandez, who is the founder and manager of a local internet radio and radio station. I thought that was so cool. Check out fhrradio.com and tune in. You can listen. They're heard all over the world. They're licensed, so they get to play all kinds of great music. They concentrate on country and pop, that they throw in whatever the heck they want because they're internet. And they do a lot of work to support independent artists as well. So if you are yourself a musician, you can go onto their site and submit your music and end up having it be played by them and listened to by their entire global audience. And if you are a supporter, which everybody should be, then go to their website and make a donation, because they're doing some really great work for, you know, out of the kindness of their hearts for these people who are trying to make a name for themselves in the music industry. So Orlando talks all about why he started the radio station and how, and you know, what the plans are and what they do and how the inner workings go along, and he gets into all of that, and it's really insightful the way that you can start an internet radio station. I think that's so cool. So fhrradio.com, go to there and check it out and listen to the stream. They're on 24/7, and I think that's pretty dope. This episode is brought to you by Big Brain, the most awesomest tattoo shop ever. Big Brain 2, No Hard Feelings. And Big Brain 2, No Hard Feelings was founded by Chris Blinston, the star of season 6 of Ink Master and close personal friend, and also my guest on episode 31. 31! Wow, I just realized this is episode 65, so episode 31 was half my podcast life ago over, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you to all my listeners for keeping my podcast going. Thank you to DJ John Hitta for continuing to supply crazy good music beds. And thank you to Chris Blinston for sponsoring the podcast through his shop, No Hard Feelings, Big Brain 2. If you go there, you'll get 10% off just by mentioning the podcast. Go book an appointment with this world-renowned tattoo artist and get a discount to boot. Win-win. And so that's it. Check out Curve the Cube all over the interwebs, all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, oh my gosh, Tumblr, YouTube, basically almost everywhere. So yeah, subscribe, follow, like, all of that junk, and please also put comments on our YouTube channel, because that's how we get up in the rankings and stuff. So sit back and relax, enjoy the 65th episode of the Curve the Cube podcast with internet radio extraordinaire powerhouse Orlando Hernandez. Bye-bye.
Curve the Cube will now initiate.
Hey, Orlando! How are you?
All right.
I'd shake your hand, but my hands are full. How are you?
Good.
Good. Is outside okay?
Yeah.
Or is it too chilly?
That's fine.
Yeah, you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people just, I was set up inside, but a couple people sat down at the table, and I didn't want to be a table hog, so I'm like, well, I'll go outside. But anyways, it's nice to meet you.
Same here.
Have a seat. I got you a water.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I thought I was never going to make it with the traffic.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah, it's Friday. A whole bunch of people are on the road. How are you today? How was your day?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Very good.
Good. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me and chatting with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm excited to talk to you.
Sure.
So, I'm sitting here with Orlando Hernandez. You are the general manager.
I'm the general manager and one of the founders of FHR Radio South Florida.
All right, which stands for Firehouse Radio,
Firehouse
which I
Radio.
think is so awesome.
Yeah.
So, I know that you have a background in, emergency and rescue and that's how does that? People don't typically parlay that into a radio thing. How does that flow? How did that come to be?
Well, my partner,
Jeremy,
mm-hmm. He's a firefighter,
mm-hmm.
and I've been working in emergency medical service here in Florida for almost 24 years.
Wow.
So going back, I would say about 12 years, 2004, around there. There was this online game. It was like a virtual world that you had to register, and you go in there and you had a little icons. You can do buildings.
Like Sim?
Yeah, like Sims or like Farmville on Facebook, but a little more advanced than that.
Okay.
And you could have, once you establish your community, you can have parties and talking.
Okay, yeah.
So Jeremy was one of the DJs.
That's hysterical.
Every time they had a party, Jeremy, would DJ, and he'd do a 1 hour program.
Interesting. All virtual.
Yeah, all virtual.
Oh my gosh.
I can't recall the name of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still around. Anyways, they did that, and we thought, because he was doing DJ for an hour slot, but he had to go by their guidelines. What they say, the time they say.
Right.
So then we came up with the idea, why not get away from all those people and start our own?
There you go. Do your own thing. That's right.
And we don't have to deal with people's rules.
Yeah.
And then we started throwing names around and what we're going to name it. And since we're both in the same field of work, Firehouse Radio.
There you go. I love it. Well, so fun fact, I was an EMT many moons ago in New Orleans. I was part of Tulane University had their own EMS service, so I was an EMT for them. And
that's good.
So we have a little bit in common.
Yeah.
Pretty much, just a little side fact. But so how did you guys get it established? Like, what was? Okay, so you have a concept of a radio station. What did you actually have to do? What are the T's you had to cross and the I's you had to dot?
We came up with the concept of the radio station.
Yeah.
And then the best part about doing what we're doing is we're independent.
Yeah.
So we don't have a like FM, AM stations. They'll have a corporate guy telling them you have to do this. You can only play this guy at this time.
And listening and making sure everything's done exactly right. I have a bunch of friends in radio, so I know.
So being independent, we don't have to deal with them.
Right.
If I want to play country, I'll play country.
Right.
I want to throw a rock tune, I'll play a rock tune.
Whatever you want.
Whatever we want.
If you want to sit there and just hum into the mic for an hour and a half, that's you have that right.
We'll talk for an hour. The only thing that makes us different is, we're licensed as a radio station. Because nowadays, we're a computer, anybody can get some free software and start playing music and become a pirate station.
Right.
We went above that, and we actually got licensed to operate as a radio station.
Okay. So does that mean, like, if you wanted to do a transition into a brick and mortar thing where you actually you're not just on the internet and you're on the radio waves? Is that what that means? Like, what's the difference?
To upgrade to FM radio?
Yeah, like, what does that mean, your license?
To upgrade to an FM license.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a procedure you have to go through.
Yeah. But that's neat. How do you? So I know that you focus on country. That's your thing, country and pop. Yeah.
The thing about country is, Jeremy, he likes country. Actually, Jeremy lives up in Michigan.
Oh, he does.
By the way, he doesn't live here in Florida.
Okay.
He's a Michigan firefighter.
Well, I guess, it's funny because I had assumed he was down here, but then after listening to your story, it kind of makes sense that he could have been anywhere.
FHR Radio is made up of a lot of people. Yeah. And they're all in different states.
Yeah. Are they all emergency rescue related?
Some of them are, some not.
Yeah.
But, Jeremy's up in Michigan. And,
have you ever met in person?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's been here a couple times.
Okay.
He's been to California.
Nice.
Tennessee. We've been all over the place.
There you go.
So, I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It'll come to you, I'm sure, during this whole thing. Does it stream 24/7? Is it just
it's 24/7, like 24-hour service.
Yeah. How do you fill all that content?
We have services like all the major record labels.
Okay.
We're signed up to their downloads.
Okay.
They'll send us the records.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
because
another reason for being licensed.
Yeah.
If you're not licensed, they're not going to send you anything.
Okay. So yeah, I was curious about that. Like, do you have to? I guess you don't have to individually go after each song or each label.
No,
you can sign up their services.
Yeah.
Ah.
As long as the song is registered with different rights organizations. That control everything about music.
Right.
You know, I can play it.
Right.
I don't need the artist's permission.
Right.
If they're registered, I can play it.
That means you already have it as long as you pay into the service.
Or
what
I can
have
go to the major record label, intermediate record label, and ask for it.
Yeah. How did you figure all this out? How did you? I mean, 'cause it seems like there's a lot to know here to get this kind of thing going, get all the pieces moving in the right way.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of time that sometimes I don't have.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Because, you know, I do the radio, I do EMS for full time.
Right.
Sometimes there's not enough hours.
Oh my gosh, trust me, I feel you. I work full time and I have the podcast, so I mean, yeah, I hear you. What is your? Is there like an actual studio? Like, how, or is it on a computer? Like how?
Basically,
how does that
we
work?
run it out.
I'm so curious. You don't have to give away the farm. I don't even know everything. You know, I'll tell everybody your secrets, but I'm very curious how it works.
We won't give the secrets out. No, basically, we have home studios.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, he has one. I got one.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll anywhere. I can sit right here and run the station from sitting at the table.
Right.
You know,
now,
in another street.
Do you market it as a Florida station or just an internet lives everywhere station?
It's basically a Florida. Lately, I've been saying FHR Radio South Florida. Because it was started down here. It's based, you know, its headquarters down here. But it can be anywhere. Anybody where internet connection can tune in.
Right.
I've gotten reports from over 50 countries that have listened to us.
Wow, that's awesome.
And going back to country music, which I lost my train,
you came back.
my idea there. Most of the people, when we launched the radio station, most of the people that supported us and still support us today, they're country music. Like major record label. For example, the record label for Taylor Swift. They've been very supportive of us.
Wonderful.
Which is Big Machine Records.
Yeah.
Out of Nashville, Tennessee. They've been very supportive of us throughout the years. And basically, you know, they all been. A lot of them have been country. So our roots are country. But through the years, you know, people, they email us, send us messages. Oh, can you play so-and-so? Can you play this? Can you play rock? We're independent.
Yeah.
So we just play.
Play whatever you want. That's awesome.
So, and even country people that just that like country music, they'll ask for a pop song.
Yeah.
Or a oldie rock.
Yeah.
And we'll play it.
So do you have like different segments throughout the day, or are they just kind of all mixed in together?
It's all mixed in.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to work it as to have it different segments.
Yeah.
So it won't be all mumbo jumbo all together. We're trying to separate it. We'll have an hour for country, an hour for rock, or whatever we want to play. That's what my goal.
Yeah, it's like a show schedule kind of a thing. Interesting. And I also saw that on the website there's a place for people to submit music. So it looks like you're supportive of independent musicians and things.
Our main mission since we started is independent music. Trying to help bring the voice of independent artists into the world. Or into homes around the world. And we've been pretty much very successful at doing that.
That's great.
And supporting independent artists and what they do, because a lot of these FM AM stations going back to the corporate America, they will not play independent music.
Yeah, it can be so hard to break that feeling.
You know, John Doe down the street that just started 2 days ago. We'll do it.
Right. There's a whole machine, you know, behind.
So a lot of independent artists, they rely on independent radio stations or internet radio stations like ours to put their music out. And it doesn't cost them.
Right. So someone can just submit something to you and then you review it and they end up getting played.
They submitted it to us. We'll review it. If it falls within the guidelines, for example, you have to have a license to distribute that music. There's a different steps that I have to take, but if they're in music, they know how to take the steps to.
Yeah.
But once that's cleared, the song is cleared, we'll play it.
Here we go. Yeah. That's awesome. I also, when we were talking we're emailing back and forth, you mentioned that you have interviewed a lot of people, and I was very curious about that. Is it related to this or in some other area of your life?
No, it's all been music.
Okay. Can you share some of those experiences?
Our main interviewer is Jeremy.
Okay, so he handles that lifting.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've done a couple. I've done a few.
Yeah.
But he's the main guy to do the interviews.
Yeah, and so he interviews artists and stuff?
Yeah, we've had a lot of, through the years, for the past 12 years, we've had a lot of people that came to us with music they did in their garage, in their house. And we would play their music. And today they're major record label artists.
That's awesome.
One of them, David Archuleta.
No kidding. You interviewed him back in the day?
Yeah, David Archuleta, the runner-up of American Idol.
Yeah.
Season 7, I believe.
Something around that time. That feels good. That feels good.
Anyways, we also have apart from the radio station, we have what we call FHR World Entertainment Network.
Okay.
What that does is we go out and help artists, independent artists, get their music out, all free of charge. Everything we do at FHR is funded by us.
What drives you to do that? Why? What's your why?
The love of music.
The love
of music and helping people.
Yeah.
I guess we help people in EMS, and we help people in the radio.
There you go. It's kind of just this one common thread.
I guess it goes along.
That makes sense. So, how did you? Because the very first time we ever communicated was you reached out to me saying that you'd someone had played for you my interview with Crush, and I was curious to know how did that happen?
Going back to the FHR World Network.
Okay.
With that program, we try to support and promote independent bands are starting out.
Yeah.
We'll listen to the music. Like we have people, volunteers of ours, that they'll spend hours listening to music.
No kidding.
Looking at videos on YouTube. And there's something that stands out, they like, they'll bring it to us. You should play this person. You should play that person. You could go see this show. And that's where Crush came in.
Okay. They're awesome.
It came to a recommendation.
Yeah. They're spectacular.
And for the past, I guess since last year, we've been very supportive of them and what they're doing, and
they're really phenomenal. I remember the first time I ever saw them play. I mean, my mouth was just on the floor. my jaw was on the floor. I couldn't even believe it. They're phenomenal.
They have studio quality music that we can play. We'll promote it and we'll play it. If they don't, like some bands or artists, they are at a level that they don't have anything studio quality.
Right.
Then we'll promote it. We'll still promote it, but to social media and other media. But that's I tell you about David Archuleta.
Yeah.
We ran his fan club from 2004 to almost the other day.
You ran his fan club? Wow.
Yeah, one.
What did that take? Dealing with a lot of screaming girls?
One of my friends, based in West Palm Beach, it's good friends with them. You know, it's friends with them through the years. So we were the original members of his official fan club.
There you go.
Like 10, 12.
They should give you a plaque put on your wall.
Like 10 years ago. But when American Idol came around,
Yeah.
American Idol has rules. Like you can't operate your own website. You can't operate your own.
For the contestants.
Right.
Just while they're on the show.
Right.
Okay.
For contract purpose or whatever. So he had to close down his fan club, and then we opened it up for another name.
Gotcha.
And we ran it like for a couple years. I don't know, Jordine Sparks.
Oh, really? What do you know? Jordan Sparks,
Jordan
really?
Sparks.
Of course I know Jordan Sparks is.
That sings with...
She was also an American Idol.
She was on American Idol. Actually, she was a winner of American Idol Season 6.
Yeah. She's incredible.
Well, before American Idol, before all that, her grandmother, she used to make music in the garage in her house.
No kidding.
Her grandmother would send us her music.
Stop it.
For us to play.
No way. That's amazing.
And as the years went on, she won American Idol.
Yeah.
She's a major recording artist.
Yeah. Yeah, you
We
see
can
her
say she was on FHR Radio when she
That's
started.
amazing. That's amazing.
And there's been quite a few.
Yeah. What does it feel like when you hear somebody perform and you think, they've got something, and then years later you see them having all that kind of success? I can only imagine. What's that like?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We say if we help you, no matter how little we help you, if it helps you in any way, shape, or form, we done what we meant to do.
That's awesome.
You know? Another one is I don't know, he's on my website, William Michael Morgan. He's a country artist out of Nashville.
Okay, I'll look him up.
Anyways, William Michael Morgan music we started playing when he was 12 years old.
Really?
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
Well, many years ago.
Yeah.
Almost 10, 11 years ago. And today, he's a major record label in Nashville, Tennessee with Warner Brothers Records.
Wow.
And the list goes on.
Yeah.
How many people we've... and not only radio. We've interviewed people from the movies, too.
No kidding. Really?
We've been known to sidetrack and...
That's awesome. So how do you find all those people to interview, whether from music or from movies, and how does that happen?
Well, as a licensed radio station, we have the ability to, go and sign up to the different services. One of them is internet database, the internet movie database.
The IMDb?
Right. Regular people can go sign up. Can go look up whatever you want.
Search and stuff, yeah.
But there's a different part.
There's a back end to the IMDb.
There's a back end.
I never know this. Tell me these secrets.
That you pay for.
Oh. There's that.
It gives you the name, the address.
Wow.
Of all the managers and...
Something for me to look into for the future.
Go ask Oprah for some money.
Right?
But yeah, that's different services. All the music services, they all have download services that cater to radio.
So you just then, reach out and
we reach
do
out
your
to
thing
them,
and try to schedule them and stuff.
Like we'll see. We haven't done it for a while, but we'll see a movie and I say, that's a guy we should interview.
Hey, there you go.
We'll look up the information. We'll contact the manager or the publicist, and we'll schedule him for interview.
Good for you. That's awesome. What kind of a time commitment is this for you on a regular basis?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can imagine it must be.
Sleep 2 hours and keep going.
Yeah.
Because I work full time. And then we both work full time.
Right.
Both because we're the main people in the radio station. We got other people, other volunteers. We both work full times, so we have to balance our regular job with the radio, and like I said before, sometimes we don't have enough hours.
Right.
And some people will send me an email, and a week later they'll say, "Hey, you never answered." Hey,
I know.
I never got to it.
I know.
I got 72,000 other emails to get to.
My friend actually was in town not that long ago, and she took a screenshot of my phone to prove to her friends that I have, I think at the time, about 20,000 unread emails on my phone. She couldn't believe it. I said, yep. Welcome to my life.
Yep. And
So
for us, it's the same way.
Yeah, I get it.
Actually, most of it's spam.
Right.
Where these people get time to send so much spam.
Yeah, it's out of control. Out of control. Well, that's cool though. So what's been so you? I think I know the answer to this already. What's been the most enjoyable part? I'm gonna guess that it's been. Well, I'm not gonna guess. What's been the most enjoyable part of having this radio station?
Of doing radio?
Yeah.
You get to travel. You get to meet people all over the place. We've been to Nashville, Texas. Been up to Canada. We're licensed in Canada also.
Nice.
As part of our license agreement.
Okay. What is that? Because I know that obviously if it's internet radio, you can listen to it anywhere, any space on the planet. So what does that mean to be licensed
anywhere,
in Canada?
But you can't. You just can't play anything you want.
Okay.
The music has to be registered.
Gotcha.
Like right now, the past 2 days, I've been posting about somebody in Australia. Fletcher. His name is Fletcher, in Australia. His music is registered with the rights organization. Rights organization are the royalties. The one that every time you play a song, you have to pay that organization a certain cents.
Right.
For playing that song.
Right.
And that money's supposed to go to the artist. If it goes or not, I have no clue.
Right.
It's supposed to go to the artist. So yeah, we got approval from the Australian rights people. Okay. Rights organization. To play his music. So we brought him on board.
Gotcha.
The majority, like 80% of the artists that we have, you know, the adults, older people that have been doing this for years and years. But from time to time, we try to help the younger generation. Right. Because no matter how big of an artist, you started somewhere. Right. So that's our mission to, you know, help different people no matter what age.
There you go. So what kind of traveling has this brought you?
Well, like I was saying before, we've been to Nashville, Tennessee is probably the main place we've been many times.
What brings you out? What brings you out there?
Country music.
Right, but I mean, is it purely pleasure, or is it are there conventions, are there meetings, are there?
Main reason has been the Country Music Association.
Gotcha.
We both became members of the Country Music Association in Tennessee. We've been very supportive of that organization, and all the major artists of the country are part of that. Yeah. The CMA or Country Music Association.
Does that mean you get to vote on the CMAs?
Yes.
That's amazing.
If you are a CMA member, you can vote for.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really awesome.
So all the traveling that we've done to there has been for that. CMA related, CMA festival. And the other places we've been going, we have gone to Texas, California. I've been to Virginia.
Wow.
They've all been music related.
All for this.
Either country music, pop music.
Yeah.
It's all been music related.
So can I ask, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I was born and raised in Miami, Florida.
Ah, okay, local boy. So when you were little, did you have a passion for radio when you were a kid? Where did this come from?
No, not really. I guess it started when I was older. You know, right after high school. That's when, you know, I started getting involved in music and listening to music.
Yeah.
And funny thing is, I speak Spanish, but I don't listen to much Spanish.
You don't? Come on, no Gypsy Kings for you? No, like...
And people tell me,
come on, like...
you speak Spanish, you have a Spanish background, but you like country music. Hey, that's the way it turned out.
Hey, Keith Urban is Australian, and then, why can't I think of the name of the guy from Hootie and the Blowfish right now? He's a black country singer. I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh, a million people are screaming at me right now. Not that I have a million listeners. I'm not that big, but
Darius Rucker?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
That was gonna drive me insane. So my point is, country fans come from everywhere.
Yeah, they come from everywhere.
Yeah.
And that going to Tennessee also gave us the opportunity. We have it listed on our website. I posted photos. I've been posting photos from interviews that we've done with major artists.
What has been your favorite person to meet so far?
Favorite person? I don't know. I met so many people through the years.
Okay, just one of. It doesn't have to be the top. Who have you had a good time with?
I would say, can't think of any right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's been so many people.
It's okay. Becomes a blur after a while.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, we've been all over the place. We've been, like I said, we've been doing this for almost 12 years, and we're still doing it.
What's been the most difficult part of it? Have there been challenges on doing it?
Challenges is right now is how much it takes to operate a station.
Yeah.
Because everything we do it free of charge. It's self-funded.
Right.
But the background, or the behind the scenes, so people don't know.
Yeah.
Is you still have to pay license fees.
Right.
You have to pay royalties.
Right.
You have to pay to operate the website.
Right.
The servers.
Like a hosting service or something like that. Yeah.
You have to pay maintenance. You have to pay. If we can't get the music, we go ahead and buy it. So there's a lot of expenses in the background that comes with it.
Right.
So right now, the problem is with internet radio is the big people trying to shut down internet radio.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Well, because it all comes down to money.
Yeah. But the thing is, your regular FM AM stations don't have to pay certain fees that they try to pass on to us, and we don't make no money because we're volunteer. We do everything for free.
Right.
You know, I don't get $20,000 for advertising somebody.
Right.
You know, like they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Or no Pepsi commercials running in between.
Yeah.
And
You know, but I guess the big people try get rid of the little people.
Yeah.
And that's a challenge that's going on with being able to stay licensed. Because if the fees get too high,
right,
like you have to pay a certain amount of money for every song you play, for every hour that you play, and depending on how many people you have listening to that song. If the fee is too high, it all adds up real quick.
Right.
And independent radio stations that make no money.
Right, you can only do so much.
Sometimes, you have to shut down if you can't afford it.
Right. Is that something I'm sure in all the traveling and all the networking that you've done, you've met a lot of other people doing
now
the
we're so far so good.
Yeah, but have you seen other people who are doing something like you're doing?
Yeah, and
fall by the side.
And they have to shut down.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford it.
Yeah. Oh, that stinks. If one of the, well, I'll ask that after we're done recording. I'll ask my next question after we're done recording. So,
I know.
So what do you envision doing with the station? If you had do you have a big goal with it, or do you, what do you envision with it?
Right now, continue what we've been doing.
Yeah.
We're going to continue independent.
Mm-hmm.
If in the future we have ability to move up to FM, but that's, that takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And licenses and bringing a lot more people involved.
Yeah. But if you do FM, does that mean that you're only then now within a certain area geographically?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to go on the signal, right?
You would end up as what they call a low frequency. A low frequency station is, you have a radius of about 10-20 miles maybe.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. But then you could still exist on the internet and have what you're playing on the radio frequencies streamed on. So okay.
And then if we wanted to move up to a regular, FM station, right now I don't see us doing that.
Okay.
That takes a lot of money that I don't got.
That's a whole nother level.
A lot of money that we don't have.
Well, I'll pray for the lottery for you.
Yeah. But as far as staying independent, that's where we're going to continue doing that. We're going to continue helping independent artists, both locally, national, and international, because we have a lot of artists that we helped are international. They're over in Europe and Australia and New Zealand and places I don't even know. But we play their music.
There you go. So do you guys accept like outside donations? Is there a way, if people want to support your supporting independent artists, can they do that?
On our website, on FHRradio.com, on the upper left side, there is a donation there. We've gotten donations before, but we don't advertise it. We don't stress it.
Right.
If people want to give something, hey, we are very appreciative. It'll go to a good cause. Okay. It'll help us a lot.
So right now, I'm gonna pitch for people to go and try to get to donate to a great radio station that's helping our independent artists.
But it's not something we advertise, but it's on there.
Yeah.
It's on there, and it helps a lot. There's one guy up in Michigan that donated like $2,000 a couple years ago.
Nice.
And that goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Because it helps us to help artists.
Of course.
Like going back to the artists I mentioned.
Yeah.
Like Archuleta, we were running the one of the fan clubs. William Markham Morgan, the country music artist, we ran his official website for about 5 years. And any artist, if there's an artist that's just starting out and they don't have a website, we'll sponsor it.
Okay, so that's another
We've done that many times. We'll sponsor webs. We'll put it together. We'll sponsor it. We'll pay for it. Until they get their act together and.
Wow. Well, between being working in the emergency rescue field,
right,
and helping unknown artists become better known. I can clearly tell that you're a terrible person. You need to think only of yourself. And I wish you nothing but the best. No, seriously, in all seriousness, I think what you're doing is great. I love your mission. I love the passion and commitment that you have toward it.
That's what we've been trying to do.
Yeah, I wish you nothing but the best. Where can people, spit out your website one more time, and where can people hear your station?
We're on FHRradio.com, and on there you can reach our Twitter, you can reach our Facebook, and you can read about who we are, what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We also, something I didn't mention, we also have the Artist of the Month Award.
Okay, tell us about that.
Which we do every... We're going to start it... We haven't been doing it for a little bit, but we're going to start it back up. Every 3 months, of all the artists we'll play, we'll put it up for a vote.
Oh.
And we nominate somebody.
Okay.
To receive the award. That's based on emails we receive. On requests. On the website we have a link that says request. You can send your request. It emails us with that request, meaning you want that artist.
Yeah.
And we'll calculate all those feedback. And whoever has the most,
boom, you won.
We'll give him the Artist of the Month Award.
That's awesome.
Or the Rising Star Award.
Yeah.
We'll make one up. Depending, how good they are,
You roll with it.
How much promotion yeah.
Yeah.
We'll roll with it. Yeah.
That's good.
We'll go with the flow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Do you want to sign off the podcast? It's super easy. All you're going to say is, this has been Orlando Hernandez with WFHR Radio, or FHR, however you want to say it. And you're listening to Curve the Cube.
This is Orlando Hernandez with FHRradio.com. And you're listening to Curve the Cube.
Woo! High five!
All right.
Yeah, that was great. Good job. Thank you. That was awesome. Yay!
You have successfully curved the cube.